how long do you think Etsy will last? So honestly, people ask me this question all the time, and at the end of the day, it will last forever in some senses. Okay, like don't look at Etsy as like don't look at it as a cash grab, because it will last longer than a simple cash grab, like a fucking NFT pump, right? That's the first thing, right? And you're going to learn a lot of skills from it. So say if you knew Etsy was ending in 3 months time, it's still worth to start. It's still worth to focus on it, because not only can you make tens of thousands of dollars in profit in 3 months time, but you also learn skills that are transferable to different platforms. Okay. So that's first things first. But then in terms of actually how long do you think it will last? Well, I think it will last a long time, because I'm betting a lot of money on it. I've bought some stores recently. I've done some extra stuff recently as well with the software side of things. So we're betting hundreds of thousands it's going to last a long time. We've got a lot of stock for some of our stores. So we're betting literally hundreds of thousands that it will last. So yeah, I believe it will last. Like, it will get harder every single day, but you keep pivoting, right? It's the same thing as OFM. It's the same thing as Shopify dropshipping. It's the same thing as every single thing under the fucking sun. Everything will have peaks and it'll have troughs, right? And everything gets harder and harder and harder because more people become aware of it. Etsy is still tiny compared to Amazon, compared to eBay. Tiny. And they're still incredibly strong platforms. So I wouldn't really, I would just go ham on it. If you're doing 50K a month profit on Etsy right now, or even say 30K a month profit on Etsy right now, you still have a lot more room to scale, but it's worth putting time into diversification. But if you're not doing big numbers, don't even think about it, because what will happen is you're thinking like, oh, will Etsy last? And while you're doing that, you're not putting your 100% focus into pushing Etsy as hard as possible, because psychologically you're thinking, oh, there's no point in doing that because it won't last. I've done so many things in the past where I thought it wouldn't last, and it's ended up lasting 3 years. Literally 2 brands that I run today that come to mind, right? I don't talk about these brands publicly, but they've both done over 7 figures. They're Shopify brands, Facebook, Instagram, Google ads mainly, right? A little bit of Pinterest. I thought those were going to be pump and dump stores, drop shipping product, run it up, drop ship, shitty product, take the cash, dip. But what ended up happening is we saw the products was actually really good. The niche was underserviced. No one was paying attention to the niche. So what we did is we built a whole legitimate business around it. And now each of those businesses are worth upwards of probably $500,000 each, right? Like just an actual business worth. So I potentially could have missed out on $1 million if I was thinking, oh, this won't last, and just really disregarding it. But because I had an open mind to it lasting longer than I actually thought it would last, I made an extra mil. And bearing in mind, they cash flow every single fucking day as well. So, yeah.